Yo, what is up guys, and welcome to another Wild Rift video. And new patch means new patch notes. So I haven't read through these at all yet, and let's just go through it, right? Let's just go right through it. Let's see. Welcome to patch 3.2b. This will be the first patch that the 2022 Wild Rift Icons Global Champions will be played on. So this is going to be the patch that Worlds will be played on. Nice. That's a whole lot for one patch, so let's dive in. We're tackling a few champions that have been dominating forces in their roles, and also revisiting the jungle to make some systematic adjustments after our previous changes. I'm excited to see what this is. Nautilus and Pike are also... Oh, no way, wait. Nautilus and Pike are gonna come out before Worlds? There is absolutely no way they will do that, right? Because Worlds starts in a few days. There's no way, right? Whether you like to set your team up for some gnarly wombo combos, or helps them secure the kills. Yeah, Pike is with the kill secures. These are crazy champions, by the way, guys. Crazy champions. They're ready to help you bring a little bit of salt to the dragon lane, no matter your style. This patch will last a little longer than balanced patches typically do, but we'll see you back here for patch 3.2c on the 29th of June. Okay, so this is gonna be a long ass patch. Reminder, content will be released throughout the patch, so not instantly. New champions, Nautilus. I know this champion. This is like a champion who has a crazy hook. That's all I know about this champion. He like throws his hook backwards and then boom, he hooks you in. That's all I know about this champion. Like yet another hooking champion. This is not interesting, but yeah, Nautilus will be released on the 21st of June. Okay. And then Pike, this is a crazy champion. Pike's ultimate is basically like Darius's ultimate. He can this is what I know about Pike, right? I may be wrong, but he can execute enemies, and if you execute enemies, it resets his ultimate, so you can execute more enemies. That's what it does. Ultra rapid fire mode, I don't really care about this. Who cares? Events, blah blah blah. Oh, it's gonna be the icons events, of course. Champion changes. Alright, let's see. Draven. The glorious executioner hasn't been meeting our expectations. Okay. I keep saying it, but you're definitely the funniest in your house, okay? Definitely. So we're increasing his base attack speed and buffing the payout Draven gets for kills to make him more threatening when snowballing. We're also making Blood Rush's cooldown shorter, so it's a little more forgiving when you accidentally drop one of your axes. Don't worry, it happens to us too. His base attack speed goes from 10% to 20%. Okay. His gold reward goes from 50 gold plus 4 per stack to 80 gold plus 4 per stack. This means if you keep ramping up those skills, you're constantly going to be getting 30 more gold for each kill you get. Pretty decent. That's pretty, I mean, it's pretty big actually. Like if you get multiple kills in a team fight, this is pretty big. Ooh, the second ability cooldown gets reduced too, from 12 seconds to 10 seconds. Oh god, are we really gonna see Draven in Worlds? That would be crazy. Evelyn, please nerf Evelyn. Please. No one wants Evelyn. Evelyn has always had a strong presence in the jungle, especially in high level play. But with the recent systematic changes that we've made, she's crossed the line into nerf-worthy territory. We believe Evelyn gets most of her power from her ability to invade, gank, and secure kills in the early game, so we're cutting back on some of her strengths in those areas. Her base movement speed is getting reduced by 10, which is pretty big. Her base health goes from 650 to 570, which is huge. She's gonna be so unbelievably squishy in the early game, but she still kills health in the late game. She's gonna have more health in the late game even. But damn, that's a pretty substantial nerf. Oh, they're nerfing more? The slow and the charm duration got nerfed across the board by 0.25 seconds. That as well, alright. Please nerf Aurelia, let's see what happens. Recently, Aurelia has been a prominent and powerful pick across a variety of roles. Yes, she's gonna get nerfed. While also being extremely frustrating to players to play against. We're cutting down on her burst and the duration of her soft crowd control to bring her powers down and alleviate some of the pain players have been experiencing when facing this Blade Dancer. Thank you. The base damage of the third ability gets reduced, okay. And then the slow from her ultimate gets reduced by quite a lot. That's pretty big. From 1.5 seconds to 1 second. This is big. This is really big. Lulu. Please nerf Lulu as well. Since the addition of the new keystones, Lulu has skipped her way right back to being one of the strongest supports, especially in higher level play. To combat this, we're bringing down the amount of purple, we mean powerful utility she can grant her allies. The movement speed her second ability gives is gonna be reduced from 30% plus 5% per 100 ability power to 20%. So early game, much less movement speed, and just late game as well. It's basically just gonna give much less movement speed. Her ultimate gives less health as well, although you won't feel this too much because it's only a 50 health nerf. But I mean that's okay. That's okay actually. They're touching Master Yi again. Can we just not touch Master Yi, guys? What happened to Masti? After recent nerfs, Masti has been clearing jungle camps way more slowly than we'd like to see. To address this, we're amping up the bonus damage to monsters that the Wuju Bladesman deals with his Alpha Strike. His first ability deals more damage to monsters. Not that much more, just a little bit more, to allow him to clear the jungle just a bit faster. Okay, I guess. Previously, we made changes to Morgana to try and help her out in the Dragon Lane, but we didn't go far enough. So are they really gonna buff Morgana? So we're here again to give her a boost that will allow her to cast a few more Dark Bindings and a larger Black Shield, so she can provide some more support to her allies. Her first ability cooldown gets reduced from 10 seconds to 9, and her magic shield gets nerfed? They're saying she gets a larger Black Shield. Wait. That is definitely nerfed. That is nerfed. That is just nerfed. I'm not sure what they're talking about, but that's a nerf. The shield is going to be less. Tristana, she's probably going to get buffed. Tristana has been struggling for a while and the new keystones haven't helped her out. To land this lethal tempo has kinda helped her out. I agree that it's not enough, but it definitely helped Tristana out. But anyway guys, make sure you give this video a like if you enjoyed, and if you're seeing me twitch my shoulder a little weird like this, it's because it's really messed up. I will be going to the doctor in 2 days, so I'll try to get it fixed, but yeah, for now I have to do this constantly because it hurts. Tristana has been struggling. We're boosting her scaling power so she can have an easier time becoming a hyper carry without having to focus so much on snowballing through her lane. Attack damage per level from 3.6 to 4.55, which means at level 15, compared to the old Tristana, you'll have 14.5 more attack damage, which is decent. It's a decent buff, especially when you go for the lethal tempo, because you're going to have more attack speed and more damage on your attacks. Wukong. Compared to the other fighters in the Baron lane, Wukong has been struggling to keep up. Okay. To bring the Monkey King's power level closer to his fellow fighters, we're improving his overall dueling potential while also giving Cyclone a quality of life update. Okay. His base attack damage goes from 58 to 64, so that's a buff. His first ability AD ratio gets buffed by a lot in the early game. A lot in the early game. It's going to do way more damage. His ultimate, the secondary cast duration goes from 3.6 to 3 seconds. So the duration is going to be lower from the secondary duration. The range is going to be less. Okay. Oh, wait, no. The cooldown before you can use the second one is going to be instead of 3.6, 3 seconds. So you can use it faster. And then the attack range is going to be lower. So it's not going to be as big as it used to be. And you get less movement speed too. That's overall a nerf, except for this. This is pretty big. Like early game, it's going to be big. Xayah. As of late, Xayah has been on the weaker side with most of her current power tied to her auto attacks and untargetability. We want to see this rebel soar as a caster carry, so we're giving her some more payoff when she gets those huge blade collar pulls through foes. Her third ability deals more damage per feather. So if you get like a lot of feathers through the enemy, it's going to deal significantly more damage. Please nerf Yuumi, by the way. Recently, Yuumi has been a ferocious force in the Dragon Lane. Yes, she's really broken. So we're taking some of the chin scratches and a previous buff we gave her that allowed her to interact and mitigate damage more often. The cooldown of her passive is going to be increased. Okay, that's good. Alright. Still not going to be enough to nerf, but it's good. Gameplay changes. Items. Boots. For a while now, the upgrade to tier 1 boots has been significantly less powerful than the upgrade from tier 1 to tier 2. Yeah, that's right, because tier 2 gives you so much more attack movement speed and another thing. While we want to maintain the component being weaker than the upgraded version, we believe the difference between these two is too extreme. We're adjusting the cost of the first upgrade and pushing it into the second, which will make it feel better to pick up tier 1 boots early in the game. Boots cost is going to be reduced from 500 to 400. And then all tier 2, the upgraded boots is going to be 600 gold now. So the total cost remains 1000 gold, but Tier 1 boots are going to be much cheaper, and Tier 2 boots is going to be more of an investment to get. Keystone, the runes. Electrocute is still underperforming, really? Wow. Compared to the other Keystone options, even for champions that want to prioritize burst. We're giving it a bit more base damage, which will grant you more burst and power from this Keystone. Yet again, a huge early game buff. Wow, that's actually pretty big. Like, it's going to do quite a lot of damage in the early game. Man, my back is killing me. Ah, Jesus. Font of Life. Compared to the other Keystones, Font of Life is providing too much healing for how non-committal it is. So we're cutting back on some of that power. The cooldown is going to be increased. Okay. I didn't think Font of Life was that good, but now it's going to be terrible actually, I guess. That's bad. Bone Plating. Bone Plating is a good rune to pick up to grant you some extra durability in the early stages of the game. But with the addition of the new minor runes, Bone Plating hasn't seen as much play. We're giving it a substantial boost to make sure it continues to fill its intended niche role. The cooldown gets reduced by 5 seconds, which is big, and the damage reduction is more, so you'll block more damage, and this is really big in the early game. Okay, so if you're up against the Yasuos, the Zeds, the Akalis, champions like that, you can get Bone Plating to block all that damage in the early game. Jungle. Red Brambleback and Blue Sentinel. The base health is going to be going down from 2,800 to 2,700. It's going to be a little squishier, I guess. Smite. We previously removed the health regeneration from blue buff, and it has left many junglers with lower health during their clears, making them without a way to gank lanes or contest early invades and objectives. I'm not sure what that means, but we're giving some extra health regeneration back during clears to boost the overall healthiness of junglers. Health regeneration when damaging junglers, 30 per 5 seconds to 40 per 5 seconds. Okay, so you're going to be regenerating more HP as a jungler now. And they're doing that, of course, because you now don't regenerate HP from the blue buff anymore. Skins. Resistance Katarina. Resistance Misfortune. Forsaken Jace. Astronaut. Oh, that's Nautilus. And then Sand Wraith Pike. Alright, that's interesting. Yeah, that is it for the changes. It's not as big of a patch as I expected, but that's interesting. I'm really going to be interested to see. Wait, when are the champions coming? When are the champions coming? Pike and Nautilus. Let's see. Nautilus June 21st. Oh, both on June 21st. So 2 more weeks and you guys are going to be seeing these 2 champions. So thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I'll see you all in the next Wild Rift video. Bye bye.